Residential sales comparison and income approaches, page 164. Overall capitalization rate. As a component of one of the most common income capitalization methods, the overall capitalization rate is used to interpret a property's single year net operating income to the property's value using direct capitalization. That's highlighted, know that. There are two components that comprise the overall capitalization rate, signified by the RO symbol, which means rate to overall. These components are the weighted average of the loan to the loan value ratio, LTV, of the rate mortgage, M times RM, and rate to the equity portion. It shows parentheses, and then it shows brackets, and inside the brackets is 1-M multiplied by RE. Thus, M times RM plus parentheses 1-M or 1 minus M times RE equals RO, overall capitalization rate. The formula in which the rate stated as a percent is extracted for application in direct capitalization, known as IVR, as follows: net operating income divided by value equals rate. Techniques for determining an overall capitalization rate, as well as how the direct capitalization technique is developed, will be fully illustrated in Chapter 6. Overall yield rate. An overall yield rate differs from a direct capitalization rate as it considers a series of annual figures over the entire investment period as well as reversion. The use of yield capitalization in most residential appraising is not common. Thus, the term is being presented here only for the purpose of defining how the concept differs from that of the overall capitalization rate and direct capitalization. Selected USPAP illustrations and guidance. The following USPAP advisory opinion, AO, and frequently asked questions, FAQ, have been selected to illustrate the application of USPAP in specific circumstances discussed in this chapter. FAQ number 178, reporting work not done in an assignment. FAQ 197, developing unnecessary approach. Page 165, application case study. A real property appraiser has accepted an assignment for a single-family residential property located in an established residential neighborhood that is within his regular service area. The property has been owner-occupied by the same owner for over 40 years. The client, a local lender, has specified that they would need only the most abbreviated appraisal possible, developing and reporting only the sales comparison approach as an indication of the final value opinion. The appraiser has significant experience and familiarity with properties in the subject's neighborhood, as well as the neighborhood characteristics, but it has been about a year since he has performed an appraisal in the immediate subject area, and therefore has not analyzed the market that area. The market conditions and the neighborhood characteristics since his last appraisal assignment in that area. He, however, feels competency is not an issue, and for the purpose of this case study, it will be assumed that the appraiser possesses competency. Based on the information received from the client, the appraiser concurs that developing only the sales comparison approach in the assignment should be sufficient in the scope of work to produce credible results. During the course of analyzing the immediate subject market and neighborhood, the appraiser finds 9 sales within the past year of single-family residential properties, similar to the subject. All of these sales are confirmed to be arm's-length transactions. In addition, the neighborhood market analysis conducted by the appraiser indicates the following trend in single-family residential dwelling occupancies of owner-occupied versus tenant-occupied. Here's a little grid. Owner-occupied, 12 months ago, 60%. Tenant-occupied, 40%. Current, owner-occupied, 45%. Tenant-occupied, 55%. Upon further discussion with parties to the 9 sales transactions that the appraiser identified, the appraiser finds that 6 of the properties in those 9 transactions sold to an investor and 3 to owner occupants. Rental data was derived from interviews regarding the tenant-occupied properties. It was also discovered that 3 of the tenant-occupied properties shared very similar physical characteristics with the subject, such as size, bedrooms, baths, etc., and rented soon after the sale transactions for what appears to be market level rent. How does the information change the appraiser's initial scope of work decision regarding the income approach? Yeah, I feel like he should talk to the client and let them know that the income approach would be good for this type of assignment. How does the client's request to only develop the sales comparison approach in the assignment affect the appraiser's decision? It limits the appraiser's ability to come up with a more accurate assessment on what this subject property is going to become worth. In the sales comparison approach, still applicable in the assignment? Yes.